decided we're going to do a nice Jamaican roti. Now, roti is used in a lot of, West Indies, a lot of the Caribbean, and India as well. And there's different variations. We're doing more of a Jamaican style. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the actual curried chickpeas itself. You can do this with chicken.
Chicken, you can do it with beef, you can do it with, if you're doing it with chicken or beef, they usually put potatoes in there. You cut it up with the potatoes and chickpeas and stuff like that, and you cook it all up and like that, and then you have a good roti and curry.
So that's in there. We have a little bit of turmeric, fenugreek, cumin, coriander seed. You can put a touch of cinnamon, star anise. There's so many different spices you can use, but the pimento is definitely a key ingredient. It's actually a key ingredient in jerk seasoning, jerk sauce as well. You have to have the
pimento in there.
Sorry, it's not hot. It's not hot as in spicy hot, but it's got some flavor. You're going to smell it and you're going to taste it. It's very good, very flavorful. So we have a little bit of onion and garlic. Very simple. We're going to start sauteing that in a large pot. Then we are going to add our sweet potato.
Sweet potato.
Alan said you can use regular potato.
Yeah, but because of the class, and you have to be healthy, and this lady beside me will kill me, so I decided I better tell them sweet potato.
I won't do that.
You can use...
We did a class where we talked about, and we used white potatoes and yellow potatoes. Remember that one?
Yeah.
And we were saying, the potassium, a lot of the nutrition is similar.
Yeah.
But of course, that bright orange color, you're getting more of that beta carotene or vitamin A.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit lower on the glycemic index. So in terms of your blood sugar going up and down, it's a good idea to go for the sweet potatoes more often. But any potatoes will work here.
Okay.
We're going to add our Jamaican curry powder is going to go in. Thyme, again, very important. Used a lot in Jamaican cooking. Fresh thyme, if you can. If you can't, dried thyme. Helen won't get mad.
No, thyme is good.
That's going to go in.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that we cook out some of that spice. So what I mean by that is, because it's ground, it's powdered, you don't want to taste that powderiness. So if I would have just to add it after I add the stock, after I add all the ingredients, that powderiness will kind of stick behind. You'll kind of taste it a little bit. So by cooking it in the oil with some of the vegetables without adding that liquid for a couple minutes, it's going to cook that out a little bit. Plus, you'll wake up all the neighbors probably, which is good. So we're going to stir that. Can you guys smell that right now? So really, really good. Very, very fragrant. And again, if you can't tolerate the heat, the spice, even maybe acidic food, this is a great way to kind of pick up the flavor. The flavor is going to really explode in this, and it's not like a spiciness. It's not too harsh. But you can definitely add chili if you want, if you do like it hot. We're going to add about 1.5 cups to 2 cups. I say start off with 1.5 cups, and then if it absorbs after the potato cooks, you can add a little bit more after. And this is vegetable stock that we make from scratch. We have some amazing videos on our YouTube page on how to make vegetable stock from scratch. We have a great recipe on chicken stock from scratch. It's always a great way to include a little bit more flavor, definitely a lot more nutritious than some of the boxed products. But water as well, no problems. If you don't have anything on hand, add a little bit of water. It'll still be delicious. So that's going to go in about 1.5 cups. And we want to cook this just until the sweet potato starts to soften. So about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, doesn't take too long. Then we're going to add our chickpeas. I'm going to add it all now. So let's just assume that 15 minutes went by.
You can use canned chickpeas if you like. You can find lower sodium versions. Or, of course, with any canned chickpeas, make sure that you're rinsing everything off.
So we just want this to simmer. So about a medium heat, just small bubbles, no big bubbles, small bubbles. And let it go for 20 minutes. If you really want to cook it down more, any sort of stew, curry, anything like this, it loves thyme. Thyme, the herb, also thyme,
I was gonna say.
as in the time. It loves it. So if you have the time, add a little bit more stock, reduce it to medium-low, let it go for an hour, let it go for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Could you crock pot this
You
or
can crock
slow
pot
burn?
this, absolutely.
Yeah.
Leave it while you go to work.
Yeah.
Yes, it'll love you back if you show it the time. So you can make it quick. I've done this before in 30 minutes. Easy to go, ready to go.
Yeah.
But 2 hours, 3 hours, and you have a really, really nice,
Yeah.
flavorful, very thick chickpea curry, which is fantastic. Okay, so now the roti. The roti, most people I talk to, West Indian people I talk to, a lot of people don't even make it anymore. I think you can buy it.
We buy.
You can buy it.
Helen buys it. I'm gonna buy it.
I'm doing it from no scratch.
Yes.
I buy.
So
My
you-
grandmother used to do that, not me. I go to the store and get it. Oh yeah.
But if you did want to make your own,
Yeah.
it's really easy and it's something fun. You know what? You can do it on a Sunday if you want to experiment.
He
Maybe
wants
call
to do it
Helen
on a
up,
Sunday.
ask her for
No,
some
no,
tips.
no. I don't do that.
If you want Jeremy to come over and make
Jeremy
roti on
can
Sunday,
come over on Sunday
you
and
can
do it for
email him
you.
at jeremy@elixirkitchen.ca.
Yeah.
You can. So very simple. We have 2 cups of flour. You can use regular unbleached flour. I have a mix here, so this is half unbleached flour and it's half chickpea flour. Chickpea flour, or you can get gram flour. It's really nice and light. It comes, obviously, it's just chickpeas. Toasted chickpeas, ground. That's all it is. So it's half and half. 2 cups. Put it in a bowl, and I make a little well in the middle. And I'm going to add about half a cup of water. Now, if you need a little bit more, because not everyone's flour is level, you add a little bit more water after. I'm going to show you what it looks like. You don't want it to be sticky, but you want it to be soft. So I might add a little bit more after. I'm going to also add about a tablespoon of olive oil. I'm making a mess, I know. A tablespoon of olive oil and just a pinch of salt to the flour mixture. Also, this is not traditional. Helen
Don't look.
she already scolded me yesterday when she saw the recipe. You can flavor this whatever way you want, which I think is fantastic. So if you want to add a little bit more curry powder in this, add a little more curry powder to this. Fresh herbs,
Herbs I can see. Powder?
chive. So you can have chives. I have some cilantro here. So the cilantro is going to go right in to the mix. It's crazy. I know it's crazy, but it's delicious. And then we're just going to mix it up. And so I've got a fork here. Slowly incorporate all the flour. And just keep.
If you did it with your hands, would it get too?
No, you're going to
doughy?
transfer. You're going to transfer it to your hands. Actually, really.
You have to do it. You have to transfer it to your hands because you have to use this after.
Okay.
You have to roll it out.
So it wasn't a full half cup. I could tell
Yeah.
by my measuring cup.
Yeah. He has to roll it out.
And just kind of mix it all together with a fork. Once it starts to come together, you'll see almost like these little dough balls
I think you need
start
more
to
water.
form. More?
More
Yeah,
water?
because it ain't not
Then you just get
staying.
your hands right in. And
Yeah.
just kind of mix it all together. We're going to pour it onto a cutting board here. It looks like a mess, but
I know.
and the water's spilling all over the place here. This is live. This is how it's going to be.
Okay.
Okay, so swap.
Oh,
Mix it all until
it's
you
big.
form a ball of dough, and you're just going to keep mixing. This is really, really dry. I should have added
It
more
looks
water.
really
That's
crumbly.
what I said.
Helen was telling you.
More water.
More water. It's going to look like this when you're done.
Because you have to put it. You have to leave it in a ball like that
Yes.
for a while.
So you'll see. You're just going to keep kind of folding it into each other. I could see I need more water to this. Thanks, Helen. So we're going to
He's
add.
trying to show you what it looks like when it's too dry.
Yeah.
No, when you're making it at home.
Yeah.
Helpful.
We're gonna add more water. Now there's no leavening necessary. It's not like we're making a pizza dough. So
There's no yeast in it, right?
no yeast.
No, it doesn't need to rise.
no. So, but we do want to make a rest. We do want to make a rest. So just about 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
I stuck this in the refrigerator, but you don't have to stick it in the refrigerator. If you're gonna make it right away, so let it rest room temperature for about 5-10 minutes, and you can see it's soft, but it's not sticking to my hands. It's not coming off my hands. So that's the consistency
to roll it?
that I'm looking for. So I'm gonna do about half of this at a time. You can make them as big or small as you want.
Okay.
I'm gonna put a little bit of flour on the board. Thank you. A little bit of flour on the rolling pin. If you don't have a rolling pin, you can use like a wine bottle or an olive oil bottle, anything
Round.
that'll roll, or you can just use your hands. And then we're just gonna roll it out. Make sure it doesn't stick. Add flour as you need it. And you want it at about, I say about 1/8 of an inch. I don't know how many people are gonna measure the thickness of this.
Best way to do it is go and buy them.
Yes. Helen, you're not. It's not helping. So you want it about this thin. It's about the size, almost like a thin crepe. I have the tendency. I worked in a pizzeria when I was young, so I have a
Oh,
tendency to
that's
do
good.
that as well.
Yeah.
But
It's the Italian.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Italian
Very-
thing in them.
oh no. And that's it. That's all you got to do. Roll it out, different shapes. This is not a
Yeah.
perfect circle, but I don't
Yeah.
really care about that.
You're gonna fold it up.
And what I'm gonna
anyway,
do is
right?
add
No,
just
you're going to
just a
the frying
teaspoon
He has to put it in the pan.
of olive oil.
Oh,
We're gonna
yeah.
brush it on.
It's nearly like a
Now, when I was
pizza dough.
when I was taught to make this, there was a lot more oil.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you about
The
that.
oil helps to keep it very nice and
Yeah.
soft. So this comes out a little more soft, but kind of crispy, which I actually like. And it's fantastic as a kind of eating
You
device
got
for.
some, yeah.
So we're gonna put this into a hot pan. Usually use classic. It's called a tawa, which is pretty much a flat cast iron piece. Put over. Am I pronouncing that wrong? How do you pronounce it? Pronounce it. No, you.
The audience is laughing at you.
I'm putting it in a pan. This is a cast iron pan.
You can put it in a pan, but it's one of those things flat.
About a medium-high heat, and we're gonna keep an eye on it. I oiled one side. I want to also add just a
See?
teaspoon
Oil. That's the problem.
to the other side. And again, just lightly kind of brush it off. And this does not take long. It takes about a minute per side. And you're gonna see, we gotta close it there. See the bubbles? Once we start to get those bubbles forming, a little bit more,
Yeah.
we're gonna flip it. Cook the other side. That's it.
That's
Done. So now we have our curry ready. And again, you can make a bunch of these ahead of time. I made several this morning, and they don't take too long. They're about an
they
hour. And if you have a bigger
They
pan,
don't
it's a lot
take
faster.
long.
Serve it hot or cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, they store very well. And so I'm gonna get the curry ready, and I'll show you what the curry looks like.
Ooh.
This is delicious. We'll bring it over here.
You know,
And you can see, so as it cools, it'll thicken up a little bit more. I had the lid on, so it's a little liquidy, but you can let it reduce a bit more. It's really good. Sorry, guys, I took it away.
Bring it back.
Bring it back.
So we're gonna flip it. It's a little dark, but
burning.
yeah,
He's
Kinda
burning the
burning.
road.
roti's almost done. So about a minute per side. It does not take long at all. It's really nice and thin. You can press it down a little bit.
It smells amazing.
Yeah.
This one's a little thinner. There's some that puff up. You can do it over flame and it puffs up, which is fantastic. There's all different types. Like Helen said, if you don't want to do this, you can buy it. But it's kind of fun to make it from
Yeah,
scratch.
yeah.
And these are, they're delicious. You
They
can,
they
I'll
are
let you
them.
guys try it,
Yes.
and you can see, do
Is
you
it
wanna
worth
go
it?
homemade or do you want to buy your own?
But yeah.
See the difference.
Yeah.
It's like making your own pasta, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, but sometimes it tastes really good.
and so
No,
about,
the reason why I said to buy it because if you're not feeling well, and you
Absolutely, yeah.
just you just want to do a little cooking and stuff, so you just put the sauce
curry
in.
part's
The
easier.
curry part is easy, so you just buy that and and you can heat them up or keep them there.
sweet.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
curry on top.
Top.
And let's go back to the garden over here.
Yeah.
We got some dill tops as well,
Yeah.
which look really cool. They taste fantastic. And again, top it with some fresh cilantro, some parsley,
Yeah.
whatever you want on there.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Really simple, and it tastes fantastic. Really delicious.